Donald Trump, never one to shy away from the unconventional, sent shockwaves through the political landscape with his choice for running mate in the 2024 presidential election, JD Vance. The former president, known for his brash style and populist rhetoric, once again defied expectations, opting for a relative newcomer to the national stage. This unexpected move has left many wondering about the motivations behind the decision and its potential implications for the upcoming election. The announcement immediately ignited a firestorm of speculation and analysis. Political pundits and commentators went into overdrive, dissecting the strategic calculus behind Trump's selection. Some saw it as a shrewd move to consolidate support among working-class voters, a demographic that had been crucial to Trump's previous victory. Others viewed it as a risky gamble, potentially alienating moderate voters who might be wary of Vance's more controversial views. The choice of Vance, a best-selling author and venture capitalist, over more seasoned political figures has undoubtedly shaken up the 2024 race. It remains to be seen whether this gamble will pay off for Trump, but one thing is certain. The former president is not going down without a fight. The political landscape is bracing itself for another tumultuous election cycle, with JD Vance now firmly in the spotlight. JD Vance's journey to becoming Donald Trump's running mate is anything but conventional. His path is a testament to the power of resilience, determination, and the ability to transcend one's circumstances. Born and raised in the Rust Belt town of Middletown, Ohio, Vance's early life was marked by the challenges that many in his community faced. Vance's upbringing was far removed from the corridors of power in Washington, D.C. He grew up in a world where opportunities were scarce, and the future often seemed uncertain. His story, as he often recounts, is one of hardship and resilience, shaped by the economic struggles faced by his community and the opioid epidemic that ravaged his family. These experiences instilled in him a deep understanding of the struggles of the working class. Vance's escape from these difficult circumstances came through academic success. He realized early on that education was his ticket out of a life of poverty and instability. He joined the Marines after high school, serving in Iraq before attending Ohio State University and then Yale Law School. His time in the military taught him discipline, leadership, and the importance of service. It was during his time at Yale that Vance began to grapple with the issues of class, culture, and social mobility that would later define his worldview. Surrounded by peers from vastly different backgrounds, he started to see the stark contrasts between his upbringing and the lives of those around him. His experiences, coupled with his sharp intellect and articulate voice, caught the attention of conservative circles. He became known for his insightful commentary on the plight of the working class and the cultural divides that were becoming increasingly apparent in American society. In 2016, Vance shot to fame with the publication of his memoir, Hillbilly Elegy. The book was more than just a personal story, it was a window into the lives of millions of Americans who felt left behind by economic and social changes. The book, a raw and deeply personal account of his upbringing, became an instant bestseller, capturing the anxieties and frustrations of a working class grappling with economic decline and cultural alienation. It resonated with readers across the political spectrum, bringing attention to issues that had long been ignored. Hillbilly Elegy catapulted Vance into the national spotlight, turning him into a sought-after commentator on issues of poverty, class, and the white working class. His unique perspective and compelling narrative made him a frequent guest on news programs and a popular speaker at events. His newfound platform gave him access to conservative circles, where his message of economic populism and cultural conservatism resonated with many. He spoke passionately about the need for policies that would uplift the working class and restore a sense of community and purpose. Vance's rise from working class roots to the upper echelons of intellectual and political circles made him a unique and compelling figure in the conservative movement. His ability to bridge the gap between different worlds gave him a distinctive voice in the national conversation, ultimately paving the way for his unexpected entry into the political arena as Trump's running mate. His journey from the Rust Belt to the national stage is a story of perseverance, ambition, and the belief that one person can make a difference. Donald Trump's selection of JD Vance as his running mate is a move laden with strategic implications. This decision is not just about choosing a partner for the campaign trail. It's a calculated maneuver designed to resonate with specific voter demographics and solidify Trump's base. Known for his calculated risk-taking, Trump appears to be targeting a specific segment of the electorate with this decision: the white working-class voters who were instrumental in his 2016 victory. These voters, who have felt the brunt of economic shifts and cultural changes, are seen as a crucial block for Trump's re-election strategy. Vance, with his compelling personal story and deep understanding of the struggles facing this demographic, is seen as someone who can effectively connect with these voters. His background, which includes growing up in a struggling Rust Belt town and later achieving success, mirrors the experiences of many in this group, making him a relatable and authentic figure. The selection of Vance can also be interpreted as a strategic move to shore up support among the populist wing of the Republican Party. This faction, which has grown increasingly influential, values candidates who challenge the status quo and advocate for policies that prioritize American workers. Vance, who has been critical of traditional Republican policies on trade and immigration, is seen as someone who aligns with Trump's own populist instincts. His stances on these issues resonate with voters who feel that previous administrations have neglected their needs in favor of globalist agendas. His presence on the ticket could help energize the base and attract disaffected voters who feel left behind by the political establishment. These voters, who may have previously felt disillusioned or disconnected from the political process, could find new hope in a ticket that promises to address their concerns directly. Furthermore, Vance's youth and relative lack of political baggage could appeal to voters who are tired of career politicians. In an era where political outsiders are increasingly favored, Vance's fresh perspective and lack of entrenched political ties could be seen as a significant advantage. His outsider status, coupled with his sharp intellect and ability to articulate conservative viewpoints in a compelling manner, could attract voters who may have grown disillusioned with the traditional Republican establishment. Vance's ability to engage in thoughtful debate and present well-reasoned arguments could help sway undecided voters. However, the choice of Vance also comes with risks. His relative inexperience in government could be a double-edged sword, appealing to some while alienating others. His lack of experience in government could be a liability, particularly in the eyes of voters who prioritize experience and temperament. These voters may question whether Vance has the necessary skills and knowledge to navigate the complexities of national and international politics. Additionally, some of Vance's past writings and statements, particularly on issues of race and immigration, have drawn criticism and could alienate moderate voters. These controversies could become focal points for opponents looking to undermine his credibility and appeal. Despite these challenges, the Trump-Vance ticket represents a bold and unconventional approach to the upcoming election. By combining Trump's established base with Vance's fresh appeal, the campaign aims to create a powerful coalition capable of addressing the diverse concerns of the American electorate. The announcement of JD Vance as Donald Trump's running mate has elicited a mixed bag of reactions, reflecting the deep polarization that continues to grip American politics. This polarization is evident not just in the political arena, but also in the public discourse, as people from all walks of life weigh in on the implications of Vance's nomination. Trump's loyal base, drawn to Vance's everyman persona and populist message, greeted the news with enthusiasm. For many, Vance represents a continuation of the policies and rhetoric that have defined the Trump era, promising to keep the focus on issues that resonate deeply with the working class. They view Vance as someone who understands their struggles and will fight for their interests, echoing their continued support for the Trumpian brand of politics. His personal story of rising from poverty to success strikes a chord with many who feel left behind by the political establishment. Conservative media outlets and commentators, many of whom have long championed Vance's work, largely applauded the decision. They see in Vance a figure who can articulate conservative values in a way that is both relatable and intellectually rigorous. They praised Vance's intellect, his understanding of working-class anxieties, and his ability to articulate conservative ideas in a fresh and compelling way. His ability to communicate complex ideas in a straightforward manner is seen as a significant asset in the upcoming election. His nomination is seen as a victory for the populist wing of the Republican Party, signaling a shift away from the traditional Republican establishment. This shift is viewed by many as a necessary evolution to address the changing dynamics of the American electorate. However, the response from Democrats and liberals has been largely negative. They argue that Vance's policies and rhetoric are divisive and counterproductive to the progress they seek. Critics have pointed to Vance's past statements on issues such as race, immigration, and social welfare, arguing that they reveal a troubling worldview out of touch with mainstream America. These statements have sparked intense debate and concern among those who fear a regression in social progress. They view Vance as a dangerous demagogue who will further divide the country and erode democratic norms. The fear is that his rhetoric could incite further polarization and undermine the democratic institutions that are foundational to the country. Moderate Republicans and independents, meanwhile, appear to be more divided. This division highlights the ongoing struggle within the party to balance populist and traditional conservative values. Some are intrigued by Vance's background and message, seeing him as a fresh face who could potentially bridge the divides within the party. They hope that his unique perspective and life experience can bring a new energy to the Republican platform. Others, however, are wary of his association with Trump and concerned about his lack of experience in government. They question whether his outsider status, while appealing to some, might hinder his effectiveness in navigating the complexities of national governance. The debate over Vance's nomination is likely to continue, reflecting the broader uncertainties and divisions within American politics today.